Hi, I'm Austin Crisafulli, Spray Foam and Polyurea Product Manager at Binks.
Hi, I'm Andy Anderson, Senior Technical Representative for Binks.
Here we are standing in front of one of our demo rigs where we'll be doing a walkthrough on how to set up and start spraying for the first time with an IntelliSpray system. Let's jump in and get it fired up.
It all starts by turning on the power switch on the side of the machine. It's just a simple on-off to get everything started.
Now that the system's powered up, the first prompt you're going to have is whether you want to turn on the optional feature to do data reporting. This will email you a log of any of the errors that occurred the prior day. Here we're going to turn it on. And now you can enter your own personal email address if you'd also like to receive those logs every day. Here you're going to click Add a new email address. Enter your email address. Add it, and close. So now the data will always be sent to both yourself and Binks.
At startup, you're going to see 3 alarms here. Basically what we need to do is it's complaining it doesn't know about how much chemical we have in the barrels. So now we're going to set our drum level so we can get our machine air-free.
Here we are, ready to start dipping the drums so that we can enter the amount of material on both the A and B sides. It is important for this to be accurate, as the machine uses this to make sure that you never run out of material. It also allows you to have accurate information on your job reports, and you can leverage it for your job costing as well. Make sure that the trailer is on nearly level ground so that you can get as accurate of a measurement as possible.
Now we need to set our pressure on our transfer pumps. So after placing the transfer pump in the barrel of chemical, we will navigate to our system I/O page, which will give us all of our pressure sensors. And to do that, we'll use the drop-down menu. We'll go to our system and to our I/O page. Now we have access to all the pressure and temperature sensors in the machine. We're going to adjust our pre-filter pressure on our A and our B side until they read 200 to 210 psi. And we'll do that by adjusting the pressure regulator on the transfer pump. Now that we've got our pre-filter pressure set, we can make our machine alarm free and we can move on to wetting out the piece of equipment. And as we do that, we'll do that through our exchange mode. So we'll do our drop-down menu. We'll go to exchange, and this will give us manual control over each one of the pumps individually, so we can purge out the mesomal oil that was used to test it. So starting from the left, we're going to tell the machine we wish to purge it. We're going to start this time, we're going to start with the B side. We don't need any heat to do this, and we're going to do a manual mode.
Okay, now that we're set up in manual mode, we're going to open up the B side valve, which is the current material that we're purging. Now that it's open, we're going to go back to the machine and we're going to hit the start button and turn the percentage up on the motor so that we can get a consistent material flow through until we remove all of the storage chemical from the lines and we start to see our B-side resin come through the hose. Once we get to the B-side resin and it comes through the hose clear as the B-side, we'll close the valve after we hit stop on the system. After we close the valve, we're going to repeat this process for the opposite side. So we'll do the same thing with the A side, but we'll switch to a new bucket so we don't have a reaction in this bucket. Now that we've purged both the A and B storage chemical, we're going to go to our spray screen by going Menu, Spray. The spray screen is where you set the parameters that you want to spray at according to your material manufacturer's specifications. For pressure, we're going to set it to 1150. Our system is unique in that we measure pressure out towards the gun. So 1150 here on the screen is going to represent about 1300 psi at the machine. For temperature set points, we're going to be at 125 and 125. Now that we have our parameters set in the system, we're going to take our hose off the rack to one layer so we don't have any hot spots, and then we can come and hit the start button so it starts warming up. Now that we're warming up, you can get suited and ready to spray as the machine's going to be up to temperature in less than 10 minutes. Here we are outside of our demo trailer and in our spray lab at Binks, where I'll show you guys some of the features of the quick heat hose, specifically the fiber optic LED indicator. I'm going to step through the different colors on the indicator, the first one being flashing green. Flashing green is when the machine's in a warm-up state and getting ready to spray. Again, you're gonna be ready to spray in under 10 minutes, so this is gonna come pretty quick. As soon as you're in the building and ready to spray, you may see it flash a couple times. Once it goes solid green, then the machine is ready to spray and you can pull the trigger. If at any point in time you start to see an orange flashing light on the indicator, that means that you're running out of material. It happens at 5 gallons of material left in the drum. If you do run the drum almost dry, you will get a red LED indicator, or anytime the system is in a fault state, you will see the solid red indicator. Now that we stepped through the setup process for the IntelliSpray system and walked you through some of the features of the quick heat hose, I'm going to show you guys how to shut down the system. All you need to do is come in and hit the stop button. Once you hit the stop button, the system is off and you can shut down for the day. You can also lower the pressure on your hoses. We recommend about 500 PSI just to prevent any moisture to enter into the hose. Once you've done that, you can now switch the master switch off and you're done for the day. Thank you for joining Andy and I in the startup process for the IntelliSpray systems. Now you can get your machine wetted out and ready to spray in no time. Please visit binks.com for more information.